Hi everybody, Alexis here, diamond painting from the D. The D stands for Detroit. I am going to take Miss Coffee up on her 1 hour whip and chat. And I know I can do this. How y'all doing? Like the nail polish? Because I started this count them, 3 days ago. But every time I did it, my phone would stop on me at 32. And now I'm doing this through YouTube, so every blue moon it might freeze. I apologize for that, but I'm just going to keep on going. And to show you, on day one, I started this one. Let me turn it over for you so you can see it. I started, this one. Yeah. Restarted this one 9 times. Yeah. Let me move it slowly. 9 times, people. Trying to get it right. So today, I'm going to start on a new diamond painting. This one is from DIY 5D Fashion Diamond Painting. And it is of space. Yeah. Our universe, our solar system. So that I will be working with one hand. I'm holding my phone in the other hand. So I can't really use my multi-placer because I do have to hold the tray to use it. So I'll be putting these down for this 1 hour, one at a time. You want to talk about some torture? That's torture for me because I love my multi-placers. So whatever you're working on, get it out and let's chit chat for about an hour, okay? First of all, I just want to say hi to the ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. How y'all doing today? Hopefully we'll make it through this. I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to give you my honest answers. And if you like, please leave me some comments telling me your answers to the questions. Okay? They're going to be about everything. A little bit of diamond painting, a little bit about your life, a little bit about this, a little bit about that. But we're going to get through this together. So I'm going to place my first drill while we talk. All right? I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm going to start like right here. I am 60 years old. I was born in Hamtramck, Michigan. Now, if you don't know it, and I was born in one with a lot of diversity to it. Hamtramck actually has Polish people, Hungarians, Yugoslavians, Ukrainians. It was probably one of the places where people decided to come and build a community. And I was born and raised there for the first 10 years of my life. And even Eskimos, yeah. I am Native American, or native. Let me remove the American part because we just are natives. My father was a red bone Indian, and my mother, so I am a 100% native. And I do like to follow my native customs. Okay? So, I go up to the res a lot, and it's in Upper Michigan. And we do our harvest. We are a culture where it's kind of the opposite of American ways. When in the wintertime, Americans usually gain weight, we lose it. Yeah, we lose weight. It's part of our custom not to overindulge in the wintertime because you're basically living off of your harvest. Summertime, we really don't like to gain a lot of weight either because we're working a lot in our harvest for the following winter. So it is our custom not to gain a lot of weight. Okay, but because I have recently retired, I have put on some weight. Yes, I have. Why? Because I diamond paint a lot. I am under the care of a doctor right now, so I get steroid injections in my back to, just try to ease some of the pain. So, of course, anybody who's ever had steroids or taken steroids, you gain some weight. So, I'm in the process of trying to figure out, and don't think I'm crazy, but I'm going to try to figure out a way for me to exercise and diamond paint at the same time. Get me a stationary bike, and I'm going to figure out a way to actually prop up my easel on, and that way I can sit and diamond paint and ride my stationary bike at the same time. Yeah, I'm going to be the mad scientist. And I promise you, I'm going to figure out a way. Okay? Because I'm not used to a lot of weight being on me. I'm just not. I don't like it. So the first question, how many pounds have you gained since you started diamond painting? I've gained about 20. Yeah. Part of it is the steroids and part of it is the addiction. The addiction is, I think about my diamond paintings, and sometimes when I'm holding just a pen in my hand, I find myself going. I went to the doctor last week and had to fill out some forms and left dots all over the forms. Yeah. How many of you have gained weight because you are sitting and diamond painting? Yeah, 20 pounds here. Okay. Another little tidbit about myself. I have 2 children, Lawrence, who we call Larry, and Erica. Yes, Erica, my daughter. She has given me 2 beautiful grandchildren, Terriana and Thomas. And my son has given me 2 beautiful grandchildren, Lawrence Jr. and Layla. Layla is the newest addition. She's 9.5 going on, well, she's probably 10 months old now. She's up and walking, saying a couple of words. She's got teeth in her mouth, and she likes to take her little brother's. And what I love about my grandson is, my son is an 8-degree black belt. When he was about 12 years old, that he wanted to try out karate. Okay, I said sure. He stuck with it. Sensei, and if you don't know what that means that he is a teacher. And my 3-year-old grandson is a beast. Okay, he is a beast when it comes to karate. So I pity anybody when my granddaughter gets older and start to liking her. I pity anybody that messes with her, because for one, she's gonna join the dojo. I gotta get my words together here, people. She's gonna be in the dojo because it's part of the tradition. And what I noticed about my son when he was about 2 years old, he could draw. Yeah, at 2, he was drawing Transformers. He was drawing Turtles. He was drawing any cartoon that he saw, he could draw it. So he's an artist also. Very talented. I'm very proud of my children. They are good kids, okay? Been there for me. Because, as you get older, your kids step up to the plate for you. Mine have stepped proud. Okay? Second, how many children do you have? Okay? So, leave me a comment and tell me how many kids you have. Do you have grandchildren? Okay. Like I said, I have recently retired. I'm a chef. I'm a pastry chef, and I'm a baker, and I know how to work on the back. I worked on the back lines also, cooking food for over 35 years. And now retired, it's work, okay? So don't believe the hype, people. For those of you who are getting ready to retire, let me tell y'all, you're going to be doing more than when you worked, okay? God forbid you have to go to doctor's appointments because, baby, I have to write them down on a calendar now because I have so many doggone doctors, little things and the important things that I have to keep them written down on a calendar. It's work. Now I can't wait to retire from my retirement. If that makes any sense. Okay, let me ask you another question. Diamond painting. How many of you have looked up and you sat down to diamond paint and it was maybe 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening? You figure you get it in an hour or two, and you've looked up and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And you just decided, I need to finish this color. I need to finish this section. And the next thing you know, the sun is coming up on you. The roosters are crowing. And you got these dark rings under your eyes, looking like a zombie has attacked you. And you got to get your kids ready to go and get their day started. You got to feed the hubby. You got to do all this stuff. And sometimes you even got to go to work. And you can't call in and say, look, boss, I stayed up all night working on this diamond painting and I can't make it. No, you still got to go to work. So how many of you looked up and it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and when you sat down it was 8 o'clock, and you look at that diamond painting and it's like, Jesus, I did that much? Oh yeah. So how many of you have, and I just want to put this look out there right now. The addiction is real, people. But I'm telling y'all right now, if anybody ever decides to open up a rehab center for diamond painters, I'm going to remove that building brick by brick. And I'm going to do it quickly, so it'll just be a pile of dirt sitting there the next day. Because this is a good addiction. Yes, it is. So no rehabs, okay? No 1-800 help me stop diamond painting lines. None of that. We're not going for that. Next question. How many of you have been told by your significant other, don't buy any more diamond paintings? And you look them in the eye and give them that puppy dog look and say, I won't, honey. And then you go and buy diamond painting accessories like pins, trays, and all that other good stuff that comes along with the addiction. How many of you have said, honey, you didn't say I couldn't buy diamond painting pens. You didn't say I couldn't buy that little kit. Oh, and we've all bought that kit. You're going to know which one I'm talking about. It's for $12.99, something like that. $12, 150 pieces in it. How many of you have bought that kit? And your husband or your significant other has said, don't buy any more diamond paintings. But you went out and bought kits. You went out and bought trays. You went out and bought light pads. All kinds of other stuff. Or you've even snuck and bought some diamond paintings. Where do you hide them? So how many of you have bought diamond paintings and hid them? And how many of you have decided, well, he didn't say I couldn't buy this, that, or the other, so you went and bought that stuff too, just to have something come in? Answer me truthfully. The truth will set you free, honey. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Ain't that what they say? Tell the truth. How many of you have played with your significant other's words and twisted them and said, well, I can buy this because, again, the addiction is real and it will make you have the shakes and all that good stuff. And by the by, I don't watch the news because I don't like depressing things, but I did hear that Michigan is going to be one of the states where they are getting ready to start letting China mail come back in. And Michigan will be one of the states where they will be sending China mail to be checked for the coronavirus. I wish the country well. I hope they heal quickly. And I hope no one else falls under the hands of this dirty disease, because it's a mean one. Okay? So if you have ordered something and you're used to following the tracking, and the tracking has never said Michigan, it might say Michigan. Okay? Because we will be one of the states that your mail will be coming to for a while. I personally won't be buying anything for a while. I'm waiting on my Social Security disability to kick in. Whoop, whoop, and it looks good. Yes, people, it's looking real good. I just went to their doctor, and it's looking real good. So once I do get it, I will start to do unboxings. I will be getting a new camera and a new tripod and all that good stuff to make my videos look professional, like the professionals out there. And y'all know who you are. You all know who you are. Much praise to all of you. So it's coming. It's coming. And if you notice one thing about me, I don't ever say I hope or me. I always say I will. It is, because I like to put most the positive, the good power. And I'm not one for drama, but I'm a Detroit girl. So if you bring it, I come back at you with it in the most positive ways. Yes, I do. I demand my respect because of my age. I demand my respect because of what I did for a living. And I don't mean any harm to anyone. I never wish harm on anyone. So I am a pretty nice person once you get to know me. And we're going to get to know each other. Yes, we are. Okay, a question away from diamond painting. Let's see. What's your most embarrassing moment? Okay, I'm going to tell you mine. I've actually got about 3 or 4 or 25 or 1,000 of them, but I'm going to tell you one of them. When I was about 7, had to be about 7. If you don't know who Bozo the Clown is, please Google him and just look at the picture. But you got to put in the original Bozo, okay? Bozo the Clown was very famous when I was a kid, okay? Very popular. He's like SpongeBob SquarePants is to kids now, okay? And one Halloween, my sister, who is older than me, bought me a Bozo the Clown outfit for Halloween. And I had the hair, everything going on. Bozo the Clown's hair came out into 2 points on the side of his head. It was like ponytails without the rubber bands. And how they kept that hair up like that, I don't know. Okay? And she said, Mom, I'll take her out. I always take her out for Halloween. I'll take her out. So I get dressed to do this. I don't want to go out until the sun is setting. I don't want to be outside looking like this. Even though I love Bozo. I did. I love Bozo the Clown because you learned a lot from him. You know, he taught kids about being fair, honest, truthful, and all that good stuff. And he did it with fun. So she promised me nobody would be out. And the reason I'm saying that is because where I grew up at, the Chrysler plant, the headquarters for Chrysler, was right across the field. There was a big baseball field, a field about a mile long, a quarter of a mile wide. And then there was Chrysler, headquarters, the plant, everything. Well, she promised me that nobody would be out. And we left out early. So everybody that saw me, community, was like, oh, you look so adorable. We're not set up to give out candy yet. So here's a couple of dollars, you know, and to a kid back then, a couple of dollars, hey, I could go and get a whole shopping bag full of candy. So I collected money as we went, and I'm like, Rhonda, you told me nobody would be out. She's like, girl, that's just people in the neighborhood. They know you. So usually when you go trick-or-treating, you don't get on buses and go anyplace else. You actually go in your neighborhood. But my sister, being the teenager that she was, had her little boyfriend, and he had a car. So we would have to get on the bus to go to his house. And he was going to take us trick-or-treating after he would meet him at his house. Well, by the time we got on the bus was full of Chrysler men workers. And I looked at my sister and I wanted to kill her because the bus is full of men and women who had just got off from work, mainly men. The bus driver looked at me and he was like, "Oh, you," but I was like, "Thank you." And he was like, "Why you upset, sweetie?" I was like, "'Cause my sister told me nobody else was gonna be on the bus and now all these people are laughing at me." Well, one man sitting at the front said, "No, Pumpkin, we're not laughing at you. We think you're adorable." And because they didn't carry candy, of course, all the men on the bus and the women on the bus went into their pockets and gave me money, $50. I felt so much better. To this day, I still remember I collected $185 off of the bus. So when we got off, my sister, of course, being the teenager that she is, "Let me hold your money for you. I'll keep it safe for you." And the first house on her boyfriend's street was my mother's best friend, Miss Nelson. We went to church together, everything. I went and knocked on her door. She gave me some candy. But I said, "Miss Nelson, can you hold this money for me and call my mom and tell her I got $158? She's like, "Where'd you get that from?" I was like, "All the people on the bus," because I was embarrassed and I was crying and they wanted to stop me from crying so my Bolozo makeup wouldn't smear. And she said, "Well, it smeared a little bit." She fixed it up for me and she took the money. I said, "Can you call my mom? Because Rhonda keeps trying to take my money." And she was like, "Give it to me. I'll hold on to it for you until tomorrow, and I will call your mom and tell her exactly how much you have." I said, "Thank you." That was one of my most embarrassing moments, being on that bus. All of those people, which I thought were laughing at me, were actually laughing for me. Yeah, to make me feel better. And they did. But good God, can you imagine getting on the bus dressed like a clown? Yeah. Me and my friends were sitting down, and this was like maybe 2 years ago, watching Saturday Night Live. And you know how SNL does those commercials, when they, after the monologue, they usually do a commercial that's a spoof on a commercial. Well, we're sitting there, and yeah, I'll admit, a couple of drinks were flowing. I do, when I drink, I like my Malibu rum. So we're sitting there, and I thought it was a commercial from Saturday Night Live. So I'm laughing, and it's like people were crying, and then they laugh, and then they cry, then they laugh, and then they get angry, then they laugh, and I'm thinking, where's the punchline? But I'm finding this to be funny because I'm waiting on the punchline. Well, Danny Glover comes on and says, "This is a serious ailment. Some people can't control their emotions, and it's a mental disability." I'm sorry if the canvas keeps moving. And I felt so bad. I apologized to the commercial. I apologized to Danny Glover. And even to this day, almost 2 years later, my friends will call me when that commercial comes on and says, "Apologize to Danny." And I'll just say, "I'm sorry, Danny." I was so embarrassed because I was the only one laughing. And I'm like, I thought it was one of those SNL commercials. They're like, You didn't realize that was serious. I'm like, no, maybe I'll blame it on the Malibu. But no, I really didn't realize that was a serious freaking commercial. Yeah, to this day, they tell me to apologize to Danny every time they see that commercial on the air. And everybody turned and looked at me, just the most cold-hearted person. And they're like, Al, we know you're sarcastic. We know you're full of cynicism. We know you're kind of jaded. But damn, girl. I'm like, well, y'all know it was a real commercial? And they said, we kind of figured it out because it was a little bit too serious. I'm like, well, somebody should have sent me a postcard. Okay? Because I am very jaded. I don't, like I said, I don't watch the news because I don't like to hear sad, depressing things. And I think that they, publicize it too much. They glamorize the news because I've actually watched the news, and this is what made me stop. There was a murder, and the news anchor, when she came on and was talking about the murder, she was smiling. It seemed like it was more important for her to look cute and keep her smile than to actually talk about this young kid that had been killed. And I said, you know what? That's the freaking end. I won't watch that no more. No more news for me. Plus, I don't like the fact that they will say, we've got a food out there that you should remove from your refrigerator. You shouldn't be eating it. You shouldn't buy it. Come back at 11 and we'll tell you what it is. See, but the catch is, being a chef, I have an app on my phone, and it's only because I am board certified safe that it will give me notifications of administration on foods that are not safe to eat at a certain time. And then it'll give me another alert saying, okay, you can now eat it. And then I still wait a couple of weeks. But yeah, I don't like it when they make you wait to tell you, that a baby stroller needs to be recalled. Hey, what if my baby is in that stroller? And you want me to come back in 4 hours to find out? Nah, I don't do that. I'm sorry, I can't do that. So, let's move. Entertainers, favorite singers. Beyonce. I love my Lady B. I don't care what nobody say. I know a lot of people think she extra, but I'm glad she is extra because a lot of us are extra and we need extra in our life, okay? Was that extra? I hope so. Second, Lady Gaga. I have to see my Lady Gaga, okay? I paid close to $350 to go and see her. And when I say, my God, it was worth every penny, okay? The Gaga is real, okay? She is real. And I loved it. I loved it. Beyonce, loved it. I love her concerts. My new one is Lizzo. Lizzo is up there. And also Lady B. I love the way that woman sings. I love that she loves her body. And she is absolutely beautiful. And, okay, I got to throw another one in there. Carly B. I love Carly B. Carly has come from nowhere. I remember when she showed up on Love and Hip Hop. And look at her now. Look at her now. If you want a story from rags to riches, it's her. It's her. So I love that woman. She cracks me up. I will go back and watch old Love and Hip Hops just to see her scenes where she's talking, and oh my God, she cracks me up. So yeah, who are your 3 or 4 favorite entertainers? And you notice I only said women. That's because I exercise to mainly women when I can, when my back allows it. So, who are yours? All right. Favorite diamond painting companies that you like to order from? I like, of course, Diamond Art Club. I like Cotart. There's a few others out there that I want to try. Patriotic Beauty showed some pictures on her channel the other day. Oh my God, if you haven't seen them, go check them out. The artists, oh, beautiful, beautiful art. So, who are your favorites? You don't have to answer all of these, but you can leave me a couple of comments on, whichever ones you want to answer. Okay. So, I love Diamond Art Club, and I'm going to ask y'all this, and I want you to be honest. How many of you have opened up that box, couldn't catch your breath, got a little dizzy, had to do like in the old movies and grab your handkerchief and and tap your head and get a little iced tea in your system? How many of you have opened that canvas and literally sat there for a few minutes just rubbing it, filling it up, almost doing this? I just molested a canvas. Don't they feel good? Mm, mm, mm. So be honest with me. How many of you have just rubbed your canvas down like it needed a massage? I have. Every last time. I sure have. And I ain't ashamed to tell you because the canvas feels so good. Okay? It feels really, really, really good. Yes. So be honest with me about that one. I know you guys have done it. I know you guys have done it because I have. We all have. We all get the the vapors. Oh Jesus, look at this canvas. Oh my gosh. And what other companies have made you get the vapors? I get a little country sometimes. My mama was from Kentucky and my daddy was from Tennessee. God rest your souls. Thelma and Marvin, love you so much. So how many times have you gotten the vapors canvas? And how many diamond painting accessories do you have to go along with those beautiful canvases? Because, see, my old man keeps, before I got him addicted, and I did, I got him addicted, I sure did. He would ask me, what do you need? Sorry about that. He would ask me, what do you need with all them pens? And I'm like, what do you mean, what do I need with all them pens? I use all them pens. What you talking about? But don't you only need one? Heck, no. You must be out your mind. He was like, really? I'm like, really? You need a bunch of them. Because sometimes you want shiny in your hands while you diamond painting shiny. You see how shiny that is? It's really, really nice. And I guess I could show y'all some of my others. Some of the necessities. Have scissors. I'm extra. So I have 2 pair. Big uns and little uns. We must have washi tape. We must have at least 1 cactus pen. Cactus. Can you see it? Cactus pen. Yes, I have a cactus pen. And of course, the famous one. We must have the fish tail. Because we all have mermaid diamond paintings that we need the fish tail for. Now, I know that when they gave this pen out, they give it out and some of the kits, and you can go online and buy them. But usually it comes with that white waxy stuff on the tip, and it's got a little bitty tip. I took a diamond painting tip, a pen, and I put it on there, and I just went downstairs and I went bam, bam, bam until it stuck. And then I took that piece out and I put me a multi-place in there. And I just screwed it in and screwed it in until it's now permanently in there. It doesn't move, none of that. Yeah. So see, tell me, how many of y'all buy these pens and then change them around into the way you want them? Okay? This is my travel pen because it's tiny. And it's got this clamp on it. So I can just stick it on my sleeve or, wherever it's going to go. Okay? And of course, everyone must have the classic ink pen that looks like that is. I also changed this one around. Mm-hmm. This came to me as an ink pen, and I got it because it's purple and it's glittery. See the glitter? It's sparkly, and I like sparkly stuff. Mm-hmm. I sure do. Of course, you must have a brush to do this, because sometimes we know there's some grimy stuff, especially in the 310 life, and you got to have something to get that off. And I want to thank Mr. Coffee. Thank you, Mr. Coffee, for telling me about the dryer sheets to remove the static. So what I do is, we all got these containers. Okay, let's just talk about it. We all got these. And what I did was I took and I cut up the dryer sheet, and I made it into little squares, and I put it in here so that when I need it, it will be fresh. Just a little tip from your Auntie Al. Got to do that. You got to do that. And of course, we all need a good pair of, we all have to have a good pair of tweezers. You got to be careful, people. Don't poke yourself. And when I say the addiction is real, look at that. I have a syringe diamond painting pen. And this one came to me as a regular ink pen, and I changed it around. Okay? Because I go online and I just look at stuff and I say, ooh, I can use that. I can turn that into a diamond painting pen. I do not, under any circumstances, use my Diamond Art Club heart shape pink wax. I will use this stuff instead. I also have some blue. And then, of course, if you got that kit that had the 120,000 pieces in it, you got little things like this. Okay, a friend of mine ordered it, couldn't figure out what the hell this was to save her life and how to use it. I had to show her. Goes on your finger, pen goes through there. You know, that big bump on your finger that I already have from writing extremely hard for the last 60 years of my life. And then, of course, we have to have the straightener. We have to have our multi-placers and all kinds of good stuff, okay? And we have to have this pen. Yeah, sorry, it keeps doing that. The light up pen. As you can see, I have used her, and I let one of my little goddaughters, who I have also, yes, I addicted a child to this. I let her use this one until I ordered another one. Yeah, and then I took my little smudgy face one back because we done been through the trenches together. Yes, we have. And then I got bored one day, and I just took a multi-placer, and I took some old drills, and I put it in between. Because I'm extra like that. Okay, I'm just extra like that. I've got a ton of multi-placers. Boom, 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 boom. And I do use these all the time. I was using this one yesterday to start on another video. And ladies and germs, please keep your Sharpie. I don't keep my tapes in here that I used to. I got labels. I got label makers downstairs and all of that stuff. But I need to get me a sticker maker. You know, stuff like that. I have a ton of other stuff, but I'm not going to go all off into that. But I am going to give you one little hint. Let me scoop all of this up and out the way. I'm going to give you one little hint. When you get those cheap tweezers, you know, I don't like to use these to do it, but I don't use these to do it, but you can. But when you get those cheap tweezers, I took and broke one, so it's only a half a tweezer, like that piece. And what I do is I take it and I clean all of my diamond pit and my multi-placers. I just scoop it out and it comes straight out really fast. So I just broke one. It's somewhere down in the bottom of my box. And that's what I use, okay? That's what I use. Just a little hint from, you know, Auntie Al. And another little thing. When you have these trays, and say, for instance, your drills start sticking in weird spots, it's because it's full of dirt and wax from doing this. And these black drills, sometimes they can be a little funky, and we all know that, right? Wash this. Wash it just like you would wash one of your dishes that you eat off of. Clean it very well. dry it, and then let it sit for a minute, and it's ready to go. You can use it over and over and over again. Okay? Alrighty. Just some hints from your Auntie Al. And I want to show you something else, okay? Let's take a look at this partial that I did when I first started. You see it? You see, you see this and all of this? Well, I'm going to seal this one with Mod Podge, the can. I ain't got patience to be doing all that other stuff, but with this, okay? I'll take and put about 3 coats just where the painting is, just where the diamonds are, okay? The drills, whatever you call them, the beads, I call them drills. I'm going to spray it 3 or 4 times outside, of course. And then what I like to do is I take, and I'm getting into the acrylic pour of it all. And I got this from Amazon. I love you, Amazon. And it is an acrylic pour. And it's not brain surgery. It's very easy to use. And you just mix equal parts. And then you mix the acrylic for about 3 minutes. Add it to the hardener because it comes in 2 bottles. And you do equal amounts of each. And then I would take it, and it's a self leveler. So what I will do is take it and pour it onto the canvas. Okay? I'll take it and I'll pour it right in the middle, and I'll make sure that it levels itself out. And then I will cover it with a big box, and I will let it sit for 24 to 48 hours. And then I'll come back, and if I see any little bubbles or any little rises, I will take and brush on, make up a little bit more of the acrylic and brush it on. And let me show you, okay? You see this? Take a good look at it. Let me looks like when it's done. I just took this one down off the wall not too long ago. But do you see that shine? Do you freaking see that freaking shine? Oh my goodness. When I say it shines like glass, I'm going to have to go back over this one more time because this was like the first one that I did the acrylic pour on. But do you see that freaking shine, man? Do you see that? Yes. Oh my gosh. And I did this one. This one is a gift for somebody that I just finished not too long ago. And as you can see where I'm talking about the rising up. But do you see that shine? This is a partial. Do you see that shine? And I had given it to her, and then I said, I need it back because I want to finish it and make it look better for you. But do you see it? That's from the acrylic pour. And this is just 1 coat. But do you see that shiny? Mm-hmm. That's what that acrylic pour does. And it works a lot better on partials than it does on, full ones. I have not covered a full one with it. Sorry about that. But yeah. And if you're doing something, I'm scared to do it on like a Diamond Art Club, Mandy Manzano big piece. But I'm going to try it on something small, not from Diamond Art Club, and see how it works. Because if you want to frame Mandy Manzano's big pieces or any big pieces from any company, and that glass, oh my gosh, will make that diamond painting weigh like 20,000 pounds. I ain't into that. I'm not trying to rip down a wall, okay? So the acrylic pour actually is like glass. It's just like glass. And you know that your diamond painting is protected. Oh yeah, it works. It works. I think I did that Cheshire Cat last year. And I got it back from her because I said, when I saw it on her wall, she was like, I like it. I was like, can I, like get it a little bit more even for you? She's like, sure. So, yeah, try it. Just another little hint. And you can get that on Amazon, and it comes very quickly, like within, of course, we know 2 days, 3 days with Amazon, sometimes Amazon Prime. And my God, did y'all hear that man made like $14 million? I just want to put this out there to you, Mr. Basil. I like the lady you're with. I like that. I like to see y'all together. But my God, if y'all ever break up, hit me up, baby. Hit me up. I can cook. I was an executive housekeeper for like 7 years, so I know what to look for and clean up. Oh yeah, I would take good care of you. Mm-hmm. In 15 minutes, that man made millions of dollars. Who does that? Only in America. I'm not all that crazy about the emblem on the side of his boxes because, if you take a look at it, take a look at next time you see an Amazon box or an Amazon truck, you tell me what that looks like. Okay? Okay, another question. Okay, let's see. How many of you have forgotten to eat when you're diamond painting? You look up and your stomach growling, your eyeballs hurt, your head hurt, and everything else. And it's because you've been sitting there all day and you forgot to eat something. Because again, what are you trying to do? Finish a section. I just want to get this color done. I just want to get this part done. And next thing you know, your stomach is starting to talk to you and your head is starting to hurt. And you realize, good God, I've been sitting here for a few hours and I ain't got myself nothing to eat. What the hell? And I'm trying to figure out, how in the hell can you gain weight when you're forgetting to eat? Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. I don't do breakfast foods, but yeah, around lunchtime, I start getting a little bit hungry, and I'll sit there and go, oh, I can wait a minute. Let me finish this section. Let me get this done. Okay. Next thing you know, it's 4 hours later, and my head is pounding. I go get something to eat, come and sit right back down and start diamond painting again. Why? Because I want to diamond paint my life away. I just want to be in a room full of diamond paintings because I like to make things sparkle around me. So I need to be diamond painting all the time. Yes, and sometimes I do break out into song, people. Yes, I do. I break out into song. Why? Because I love to diamond paint. It makes me happy. It makes me oh so happy. Oh, 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 before this hour is what else I did. Let me show you. Let me show you. With the acrylic pour. Yes, I'm trying to find a second hobby here. Okay? Look at these. Can you see them? Let me let me make it where you can see them. Boom. Let me set it up first so I can present them to you. Okay? Let me set it up first. So don't look, don't look, don't look. Stop looking. Stop it. Stop it right now. Don't you dare. Stop looking. Close your eyes for one more second. I'll tell you when to open them. Open your eyes. Yes. I started watching these ladies who do these acrylic pours and they make these coasters. Hey, I got some acrylic. Let me do it. It wasn't with that one. It wasn't with the pour-on one. It was with a different company's kind. And oh my God. When I tell you that stuff is strong, good grief. You need to go to NASA. Tell them you need an astronaut suit with a very good ventilator on it. And you need to be in contact with them because this stuff that I got is downstairs. I'm not going to even stop and go get it for you. But it will knock a moose out. But I took, and everybody, I know all of y'all recognize these drills. I know y'all recognize these drills. If you've done that peacock, you've got a few of these left over. I found them in a little drawer somewhere. And excuse my hand. And this was a couple of them multicolored drills. So I just took them and I put some acrylic down in the bottom of this little thing right here. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Being a pastry chef, I bought this originally to make like little heart chocolates and give them out for, Valentine's Day. But my anthem is, what's love got to do with it? And you need no chocolate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now it is for the acrylic pours only. And I made these. Mm-hmm. These two drills. This one, this color in Native World represents sun and love of sun. This one is earth. This one is the power of magic that all Native carry with them. And this one represents sky and water, the purity. So, yeah, I like them. And I'm gonna figure out a way to like make some coasters and I'm gonna send them out to some of those creators and some of the people who've shown love and been there and just help people out and everything with just being who you are. So by summer or fall, look for me to start sending you guys some coasters with some crazy funky colors in them and stuff like that. So yeah, but I just enjoyed doing this. Hmm. And I want to give a shout out to Mr. Jeremy Fryer. I love you, guy, and I am so glad that you showed a demo of how to do the clay pins. Excelente. Yes. I enjoyed that so much, and I'm going to invest in some of that stuff too and start doing some clay pins. Okay, sooner or later, I'm going to be a multi-crafter. Yes. Yes. Well, let's get back to it. And I'm at 53 minutes. Okay. So an hour is not a long time to talk, but you do have to have something to talk about. And you do have to be able to run your mouth nonstop. And I'm able to paranormal research and investigator. So I'm able to sit up and just talk to the wind. Talk to the wind, talk to wind. Yes. We'll go into that in another tape. Okay. We won't get into that right now. But I am going to use these last few minutes to get a little mushy on you. Grab your tissues, because I'm getting ready to get a little mushy. And I need to write this down on my calendar because I don't get mushy. Okay? I don't do mush. But I am going to get a little mushy on you. A year ago, I was at work. And my doctor called me and said, you have colon cancer. Yeah. And I'm like, what? What the what? What? And he was like, yeah, so we're going to have to, do some surgeries, maybe two. And you're going to have to do some treatment. We caught it early, and it's because of the HPV virus. And the HPV virus is something that was not known about when I was a kid. So there was no vaccine for it. So, and it's a virus that carries the cancer cell. And I just want to say thank you to all of you creators out there because I never shed a tear over it, and I still haven't because I'm cancer free. Boom, boom, boom. But I just want to say that was one of my darkest hours. Okay, one of my darkest hours, because you live with fear when somebody says cancer. But I watched your videos, your Friday night lives, your Sunday morning lives, and sometimes I didn't comment. Sometimes I just sat and listened and read what people were writing because I just wasn't, my headspace was not there. But you guys so much, and you helped me through one of the most difficult times in my life. And I want you to know, creators, just how important you are to people. I don't think you really get it. I don't think you understand that people are listening to you going through shit in a basket, and I mean some real jacked up stuff, and they turn you on to hear your soft voices, your passionate statements, your funny stories, and it helps. I didn't think about the big C while I was on YouTube watching you guys. And I want you all to know that you are heaven sent and you are angels. Help me through such a messed up time. And I want you to know I'm not the only one you're helping. So don't you ever shut your channels down. Don't you let anybody give you negativity. Because when one person hates on you, 20 people are loving you. I want you to know that. For every one person that hates on you, 20 people are loving you. So don't ever think that you are not doing something, because you are. You really, really are. You helped me through a very difficult time with laughter. Okay? Your gentle voices. Just being there and knowing that I could sit in and listen and forget about what that doctor has said to me. I want you to know you are loved. You are truly loved. And it means the world to so many people out there. A lot of them probably don't even subscribe, but they just want to hear. They just want to know that somebody out there is going to be there, while they're going through that hard time. You don't even know what their hard time is, but you're there for them. You're truly there for them. So to all of you creators out there, I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have made it to 59 minutes. And I know this wasn't the best video. Y'all used to having the camera way up over somebody's head, and my hand has been shaking, and I've been talking about a billion damn different things and jumping all over the subjects and all that good stuff. But this video has taken me 3 days to make, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because I was not going to give up, just like I didn't give up when they gave me the big C. I don't give up on anything, okay? I just don't. I don't. I conquer everything that comes my way, because out of trials and tribulations, that means pressure, comes a diamond. And you guys are all diamonds in my eyes. Yes, you are. I won't sing a song that somebody has already made, because I ain't trying to get sued, because I ain't got no money to be getting sued. So I make up my own songs about you, and you. And remember what I've told you before? What you put out there always comes back to you. So put out love, peace, understanding, and let's add a few more: compassion. And it will always come back to you. Bye.